Hey friends, I'm Frinny, aka Friend the Human.
And I'm Slappa.
And this is Vibes and Delights. I hope y'all are doing well today. We're trying to do a real chill episode. Slap and I have been having some really great conversations lately, and I just want to fucking chill and I just want to talk. There's been a lot going on social media. I don't know. I haven't been really looking at stories because it's just, I can't bring myself to listen really to the or read the stories right now because everything's just so uncertain, and I know that's kind of silly, but it's the truth. I feel like my depression is not my depression, but maybe it's, yes, depression, because I am diagnosed with that, but tired, exhausted because of this administration. I'm just fucking
For
tired.
real. For
I'm
me,
just
it's like
tired.
going through Reddit and seeing these stories. I'm like, I don't care as much about these problems when
We still gonna read them stories, okay?
right,
But
but it's
right
like
now, it's just kind of, I can't even.
there's literally people being bombed or dragged to detention centers or stuck in El Salvador
Right,
in a high security prison for nothing.
right,
And it's like, okay, yeah, you're the asshole. You know what I mean?
yeah. And it's and it makes you wonder, I just don't. They're going into schools, and our kids, I'm black, okay, but and you're white, so I know they're not really looking at us right now, but our kids are very ambiguous looking. They could be anything, and it's stressing me out knowing that we're going to send our kids back to school in the fall, to a new school district, I hope. Geez, I hope. But we're going to send our child back during the midst of all these raids, and if this is still continuing, if we can't find a solution, or if something doesn't happen, then we're going to have, wouldn't ICE come to the schools? Is that not scary to people? Oh, there's going to be an influx of people going to school, there's going to be a lot of chaos, they're going to swoop in there and start yanking kids and parents, or yanking parents right after they drop their kids off.
Nah, they would wait till they were picking up. That's what they've been doing. They've been doing that in New York and Chicago. They want to get them all. So they wait till they're all together.
Right. And it's just so terrifying the way that people don't seem to care. Or it's now, okay, so I saw somebody, a black woman, and she was saying she doesn't give a fuck about ICE because it's not happening to black people. She black. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I tell you this. When have they ever let black people be alone?
Right. Why do you suddenly think being black is a protection against the United States government? Why would you think that?
I just am so flabbergasted. It's why does I can't even gather my brain around it. It's y'all, it's so strange how I grew up learning about all this stuff, and you turn around and you see that people haven't learned anything, and it's like, why are we over explaining jokes? Why are we over explaining phrases? Nobody knows anything anymore. Nobody understands anything. History, jokes, where they came from, why it was a joke in the first place. People don't understand anything. And Slap made a great point to me last night. He was like, well, this is what Republicans have been going for the whole time. They've been gutting education. They've been gutting everything, every aid, everything to help you for decades. Centuries, you'd say. And I mentioned what is it, the Confederate the Confederate,
Daughters.
the Daughters of the Confederacy, and their whole purpose was to rewrite history books. And when they couldn't blatantly get their way, they started attacking every angle that they could. And now look at us. People are mad dumb. People are mad dumb.
Like, people, they don't even, like, teach politics in school. Like, after the Civil War, all the people running that shit, if they didn't die or get executed, they let them just come back here. We're from Texas. They let them just come back, run for government, and run shit still. What do you think the only goal of the people who lost the Civil War is after they come back to power? You think they're going to try and do what the Union wanted them to do? No, they immediately started doing Jim Crow, segregation, blatant lynchings all over the South. And it's like Democrats the whole time have just been kind of there to get elected and like, guys, don't do it like that. Not don't do that. Just come on, guys.
Right, don't do it like that.
Be nicer.
So key.
And so they've just like worn down on the like blatant brutal violence part of it, but they let these people stay in power, and to keep doing what they wanted, they just started easing their way into every other part of what makes your life worth shit in America. They cut your education. They cut every social thing they could. So you have to work. You're a slave again. That's what they always wanted. That's how they had it. That's what they started a civil war for. So they want that back. And these fucking Southern politicians, they're political dynasties. These
Cronyism.
people are working on the plans that their great granddaddies made up in 1871. Like, this
Cronyism.
is like, they don't teach politics like this in America. They're like, there's conservatives and there's liberals. We got Democrats and Republicans. You just pick one. They're the same.
Right.
No, they've never been the same. And this is where we are now.
The lesser of two evils,
Right,
is what
like,
Democrats are,
y'all are
and
both
it's the
evil.
way it's always been.
Could we get not evil on the ballot? Nope.
I saw somebody posting, "Where is Jill Stein? Where the fuck do you think she is?
Who cares?
In a cave for the next
She's
3 years,
she's in her office
4 years,
working on her next campaign song. Like, I don't know. She's not doing shit for anybody. She never has. Why are you asking about her still?
Right?
Like,
and what?
like,
And what
y'all are
she did
giving
what
her
she was
relevance.
supposed to do. She did what she was supposed to do. She sowed division. She divided the people, and then she disappeared into the caves. You can't convince me.
Another 4 years.
Right,
I'll
another
return.
4 years I shall return, looking ass like curses, motherfucker. Like, but I'm so for real. Like, it's, you cannot tell me at this point that she isn't just there to sow division. Like, she's being paid to sow division to keep the fucking people in line. And we are, and then I also today saw that scene in A Bug's Life where it's like, with where the grasshopper's teaching the other stupid grasshopper about the power of the ants, and if they would just stick the fuck together, that they would be a danger. So like, I'm just like, we're like ants. I'm terrified of ants, okay? But we are ants. We need to rise up. What can we do? What can we do? Did you hear about Greta?
Mm-hmm.
They released her ass fast.
Yeah, they got her out of there.
Okay, they released her ass super fast. She was trying to like bring aid to Israel in a flotilla. And they boarded it. They poured chemicals on the boat, boarded it.
Yeah, I saw that. People were saying it was like lead powder.
What?
They were saying it smells sweet.
Oh, weird.
And so people are saying that's like a straight up war crime.
Yeah.
And like,
International waters.
we need to check on these people in like a year. And if they have any like insane medical shit going on, that's why. Not to mention there's 8 of them still in Israel.
Oh.
So we know Israel is not very kind to prisoners, so I really hope one of them is a parliament member for the EU. So I'm like, I haven't seen anything like speaking from the EU or any European country about what they're doing to get their citizens back.
Yeah, I haven't even heard that.
But they really would be like, give us our people back. Now, what the fuck? Because they took them there for the crime of illegally entering Israel from a boat in international waters in the middle of the Mediterranean. They boarded a boat, kidnapped them, and took them to Israel and are charging them with illegally entering Israel.
It's like a cop telling you that you're resisting arrest when you're not arrested.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're obstructing my investigation. I'm going to arrest you. What are you investigating? I'm investigating you. For what? To investigate you. Like, that's like, I've been watching a lot of body cams, like cops get fucked over by their own dumbass type shit. And that's like 90% of them.
What's that like?
It's just, like First Amendment auditors, they go places and film public shit, hoping a cop shows up and gets them money, basically. It's like,
we're watching
these cops just walk up and are like, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm filming. And they're like, what are you filming? This building. And they're like, you can't do that. That's a public building. And they're like, what do you mean I can't film a public building?
Right.
It's a public building. And they're like, no, they don't like that.
Who?
The people inside.
The building?
I saw a dude was filming just a bank, okay? And some random lady driving by called on this guy. And the cop pulls up and is like in his face and telling him to get back, get out of my face. And he's like, I've been standing right here for 30 minutes filming. He has like a tripod set up and everything.
Yeah.
So, but nobody at the bank called him. Nobody at the bank cared. And this cop came up immediately trying to arrest him and trespass him for a building he'd never gone in. He just filmed, but like that's a First Amendment auditor. They're basically there just to catch cops being dumb, and then they sue them for illegally arresting them.
That's hilarious. We are absolutely watching that later.
You want to watch that?
Hell yeah, I want to watch that later. That sounds great. That's fucking amazing. Do you get to see like the aftermath whenever they get fucking paid and shit too?
They usually it's a voiceover. Usually like they sued them and got this much.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man, but you were talking about they were doing war crimes. They we got to check on them in a year because of the insane shit that they were doing. And you were talking about the
Parliament. Because they took them and charged them with illegal. Okay.
Yeah, that's fucking insane though.
And what was it?
And oh my gosh, I saw people in the comment section, and when the first video came out, whenever she was like, if you're seeing this video, that means that I was taken by Israel or whatever. So she pre-recorded a video to be posted in the event that she was taken. She was taken, so the video posted, right? And people in the comment section were so fucking dense.
Did they think she recorded it after?
Yes. They were like, how is she recording if she's in captivity? If Johnny has 5 apples, I'm so tired of y'all. Oh my gosh.
I hate how dumb America has gotten.
Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started. No, I'm going to get started.
Get started. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like the internet.
The internet
is a place of horrors from now on. Like AI is believable enough for most people.
Oh my gosh.
Because most people don't look into shit. They don't look at the video for more than 3 seconds. I saw a video of the LA protest with a bunch of cops with shields and a crowd. And a little old Mexican lady beating a shield with a sandal. And it looked real. And I was like, hell yeah, grandma. Get that chancla out there. AI.
Oh.
Everyone had gloves on. So I think that's how they've solved the multiple finger issue. It's a glove. It has 5 fingers. AI figured that out.
Mm.
But like I've seen like street interview content where it's like people just interviewing drunk people out at the bars. That's super easy to look real because it's like drunk people answering
Mm-hmm.
dumb questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard for AI to like string that together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the like simpler the content,
Yeah.
the more it's just going to be AI.
Yeah, I saw that,
And
like, a few
the kind of
influencers.
people who support that content aren't going to notice.
Right. Like, I saw a content creator, like, I think it was Austin Archer or something. He said that he saw somebody that he followed saying something off putting, and then he realized it was AI. And then he said to everybody, he was like, "This is y'all's warning. It's getting hard to tell. It's just a video of him just like this." You know what I'm saying? They don't need hands or anything. They just need him to talk. And they said, all if you hear him say anything that's even like a little bit in support of cops, because all they have to do is just put his like cadence of how he says things
Mm-hmm.
and say something in support of cops, just know it's not real. Please take this as a warning that it's not me, you know, like. And like I was gonna say, like, I think we're gonna be cooked by the end of the year, high key, because I saw a video, not like, I mean, I posted a that thing about the AI robots and like the girls, and like they're trying to get rid of sex work, and the guy's hand was inside the robot, but I didn't quite catch it because that's some creepy shit that a creepy dude who would buy a robot would fucking do creepily, you know what I'm saying?
Just
Like,
creepily.
it's just you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even catch that. And somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, thank goodness. But everything I said still applies. You know what I'm saying? But still, that like was freaky. Not too long ago, I was telling y'all about I saw a video of like a whale, and they were like cleaning the
Oh,
like
yeah.
the like what barnacles
Barnacles.
off of the whale, but the barnacles were coming out of the brush that was brushing the barnacles off of the barnacled whale. I'm in a moment. I'm sorry. But like, you know what I'm saying? It was the weirdest shit. And like one of my coworkers thought it was real. And I had to be like, "No, brother, that's not real." So like they're getting
Notice how the
better.
brush doesn't do what a brush does. You see that? See the things coming out of the brush? That's strange, isn't it?
Yes.
But like, this is the bad AI, guys. Like, it's gonna get better.
Did you
Like the cadence of the voice. I remember a year and a half ago, there was like a little drama thing of YouTubers
Yeah.
not getting paid from people who made an app
Yes.
that you could just have any social media person
Yes.
as your friend or
Yes.
girlfriend or boyfriend, like just
Yeah.
an AI to talk to, and they had the voices down perfect.
Yes.
And that was like a year ago.
Yeah, we talked
And
about
now
that.
we've got that with the videos they're coming out with. And it's only going to get better. Like, I'm pretty sure AI could recreate this scene right here with us talking.
Oh yeah, and it's low key garbage quality
Right.
too.
We got flickering green screen.
You know,
we
they
got a
say
shitty camera.
You know, they say actually the more fucked up it looks, the like harder it is for it to duplicate. So
'Cause it's
maybe
too clean or
yeah,
something?
yeah, like the cleaner it is, the easier it
That's
is
right,
to
we're-
duplicate. So we're
AI
fucking
proof
yeah.
around here
Yeah,
with
fuck that shit.
Low quality. Fuck you, AI.
Right.
Try to recreate these
Right.
pixels.
I'm telling you, but like it is mad scary. And like I found out today, like I didn't know. I knew Chat GPT was like polluting, right? But I actually got to see some videos of like the actual what people are dealing with, like the rust in their pipes and the shit that's getting in their water, and it's destroying their houses, destroying the house, like the households, like the people, the health in the household. Like it is crazy that Chat GPT is polluting like that. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they have to have giant server centers. And to keep it cool,
I-
they go through so much water and all the toxins leach into the water and then it just comes out as steam usually.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all, like we were talking about the dumb. Let me tell you, Frinny was being real dumb. I thought, okay, you remember that episode in Futurama when Bender got overclocked and he was like building universes and shit. And then he came into the courtroom or whatever, but the courtroom was him, or he was Fry. Like Fry was inside of him at one point or whatever. Anyway, I thought that Bender was just using like hydropower. He was using water power to keep himself cool while he was computing all this stuff all the time. So I thought that all you needed was just a giant dam, or like they were just running water to keep things cool while the systems were like going and stuff. I did not know everything you just said. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. I thought that it was just water, just running plain water through some generators or some shit to keep it cool. But then, like I said it myself, they're running it through a generator with that's leaking chemicals and shit, and it's getting in the water. So like, I like disproved my own logic, but that's all it takes. I just sat down and I thought about it, and now I know better, you know? And there seems to be a lack of that. So actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm not sorry I didn't know that, because now I know better and I'm a better person for it now.
And like, why is that a rare thing? Like,
Right.
why are people so just like set? You know what I mean? Like they like have just a wrong idea and it's not doing them any good, but they will not change.
Right. We were talking about yesterday. It's like, let me just talk out what I'm saying. There seems to be like a a a point in our lives where people just stopped intaking new knowledge, stopped being logical, stopped questioning things, and just taking what they feel as law. Like, when did that happen? But it feels
When do
like it
you
was recent.
when do you think it happened?
It wasn't like this when we were in high school. Like, there's like a
Okay,
whole.
wait. What was it like this when we were in high school?
No, I'm saying, like, remember how people are all online? They're like kind of freaking out. Like, my mom and dad taught me not to be a fucking racist piece of shit. What happened?
Oh, like
You
people's
know what I'm saying?
parents.
Like, it's people's parents. It's people not wanting to be better. It's people. It's the manosphere. All of this happened, and it all just kind of like crested. And it was like in the last 10 years that this mass, like I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I want to say it's like an exodus, like a closure or a cease, like just a hard
Like a
stop,
freeze?
like a freeze of
Freezing of brain
brain.
cells?
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm trying so hard
I'm
to
really
describe what I'm trying to
like I get
say.
what you're saying, but like I don't know, man. Like the more I think about shit, the more I feel like this is just how people are, and with like maybe it's the boom of social media, like everyone's grandma got on Facebook at some point, and that maybe that was like the cliff edge and society went downhill after that. But I just feel like people have always been like hella susceptible to like propaganda and misinformation in general.
Oh
But maybe it
man.
was like before you got like if you were some person in like a country town, you got maybe two newspapers a week from the big city to know what was happening.
Right.
You know? So
Which would explain.
and that's like a
Mhm.
newspaper.
Yeah.
So it's like journalists, people doing a serious job reporting.
Right.
Usually, I mean, I don't know, man.
Well, it just, like, you think about rural towns, they're gonna get what is around them. They're gonna get that right wing shit, or they're gonna get like nothing, basically.
Right, but like like modern times, you can't really trust journalism as much as you could in the
You can't
past.
trust
But could you
anything
have
these
trusted it
days.
much in the past? Because I know there was so much bullshit about the civil rights protests and movement and like Martin Luther King. Like I know there's just like hella propaganda the whole time about all that back then. So maybe it's that like people are able to get all their information not just from newspapers and shit, and just regular fucking people lying and talking about shit they have no idea about. Maybe that was the point.
I do know that I came across something and it was like, I just saw a girl like a video just because it had hella likes on it. Hundreds of thousands of likes.
And they just liked it.
And they just liked it. They didn't hear nothing she was talking about. And then when they scrolled back to see what she was talking about anti-vax shit. So she was just liking a video just because it had a lot of likes on it.
It's harder for me to get to like a video with a lot of likes. Because I'm like, why are there so many likes? Like, the ones with the most likes I see are like 1 million plus, and it's always some just like dumb.
Oh my god! Right?
Shit, and I'm like,
yes,
why would I like this? Why did 1 million
I
people
put
like
not
this?
Interested on that shit.
Right? Like, why did so many people like this? So
yes.
like, when I see a lot of likes, my first instinct is to be like.
So when you say that people are just susceptible to just bullshit, you are right. You are absolutely right, because if that's the mentality of a stranger, who else? You know what I mean?
I don't get that. Like, I see, like, a lot of, like, no view, no, like, random dudes in cars talking about why they're, like, incels or why men feel the way they do in this modern age, and then they list whatever bullshit about women, and I'd like...
How we get brought into it.
Right, and, like... I see these guys all the time, and it's always like the same exact mindset, and I'm like, not like, I don't understand how you could like feel this way about yourself as a man or a person, like in general. If you feel like everyone hates you because of the way you act, have you not thought about the way you act? You know, have you not listened to, like, they're listing reasons that they know women think they're creepy or whatever the fuck is going on. And it's like, have you thought about these reasons and done absolutely anything to try and, like, separate yourself?
I've done nothing and nothing has worked.
Right. Like, they're like, they always blame other men and how they do it, but it's not all men. And it's like, okay, so how can you not understand that if it's not you, that there are men like this? And that's why they probably don't like you immediately. It's like... Remember, I made that video one time that went viral about how, like, as a white person, I'm not, like, attempting to make black people approve of me constantly.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite video of yours.
That's, like, some weird shit, because, like, you know why black people might not like you as a white person. And, like, obsessing about that and trying to be like, it's not me, guys. I'm different. It just makes you the same reason. You are the, like, part of it. That's part of it. Like, you're not doing it for black people. You're doing it for you. And everybody sees that. And it's the same with these, like, red pill dudes. But it's just, like, makes me think, like, why do these people not try to listen to the feedback and enact something?
Right.
Like, women like men who are nice to them. Why don't you be nice to women?
Like you said yesterday that men literally have the playbook. Those were your exact words.
Yeah, like women have
are
been writing literal books about the kind of men they like.
Dissertations. They're
right.
on videos telling people their experiences and why that gave them the ick. Like, they are giving you.
You have all
literally
the answers.
Everything.
Like, as a young guy in today's age, you have the playbook on literally every part of a relationship. You can learn how to be the best communicator. You could learn how to be the most romantic dude. You could learn how to be the best in bed. Literally just on the internet. Like, y'all are on the internet all day, every day, hating yourself and hating women because you hate yourself. But you could be on there being a better person.
And you know what's, like, worse is, like, if they would just fucking stop whatever this shit is, they might have fun. They might just have fun and live a little. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the same thing with every...
Instead of being chained
like every
to this
kind of
patriarchy.
person like this. Like, all these people rooting for ICE. in these protests. Like, I hope they get them all, or I wish I was there. Like, I see these comments all the time. Like,
What?
I
That
wish
what?
I was there. That type shit. Like, I'd run them all over. TikTok don't ban that shit. You can report it. They say nothing's wrong.
Right.
But I'll get
TikTok
a
has
strike for some dumb shit.
right. TikTok is definitely not our friend
But
anymore.
like, what makes you feel this way? Like, what actually is so terrible in your life that makes you like see people protesting and then wishing you could run them over? That's
Right.
insane.
It's like the people who say that if religion didn't exist, that they would go out and murder people.
And I believe them. I
Yes.
absolutely believe these people. It is scary how it's like the whole world has been held together by like the bare like straps of religion oppressing people or something, and that's all they have to hold on to. And like, instead of like holding on to the past so hard because that's what we've always done, why don't you look around at what other people have done that works and be like, oh, we could maybe do that too.
You know, I feel that I saw something that said men weren't supposed to be leaders.
Oh man, we talked about that too. We're just rehashing our conversation from last night, aren't we?
Pretty much, because you were talking about them like just not wanting to change, not wanting to do this, like just doing the absolute most instead of doing the thing that'll help. And it's just like I just saw a story about a man and his daughter went on this hike, a really treacherous hike, and just like Ocean Gate, was it?
I think so.
Ocean Quest. I feel so bad for like making fun of it, but like that implosion with the Titanic was just insane. Anyway, but like just like that kid was trying to go with his dad because he wanted to do something adventurous allegedly. I'm not sure how much I believe that, but like they said that they had a lot of fun doing treacherous stuff, going on big hikes like Everest and stuff like that. Same thing. A dad and his daughter like to go on big hikes. They went on one that was particularly treacherous, and the weather was bad. They were advised not to do the thing by the locals, by the tour guides. But the daughter is alleged to have said that she was actually scared to go. They both died. Ocean Gate. All of them people died. And then the country led us on for a fucking week.
That's insane, actually, about that whole situation. Like, they knew they were dead,
Yes.
and they did like performative search sweeps in
Yes.
planes and boats for like weeks.
It's like what was the other example I gave yesterday? I gave like it's like that dude in California when the wildfires were happening. He wouldn't leave his house until his house was literally on fire. There were so many videos like that. I don't think men were supposed to be leaders. I just don't. And then I had like a theory about like women work in groups and keep the children safe because every time a man comes around, a baby comes with it because of the abuse laid. You know what I'm saying?
I just think
Like it's
men
just
shouldn't have the right to vote.
it's just and then you think about the way that the world is always at war over religion, over land. It's always a land grab. Everything is like war and oil and everything else. If women were running things, I do not think that the world would be this way. I
I don't
really
either.
don't.
I really don't either.
I don't.
Like, there are, there are women who would do the same things these men are doing, but I feel like for the most part, women would work together instead of fighting over shit.
I think you're right.
I don't think women would just be having petty squabbles over their country's future.
Not like that.
Like,
I don't think like that. I don't
No, I
think
don't think
so.
so at
I think
all.
they would be like, I think they would make a lot of passive aggressive comments to each other, like waspy
Right.
in nature. But like, I don't think that they would, like, much like mom would not put her child in harm's way. She would think of the better, greater good at the sacrifice of herself and her feelings, right? So like, I'm just like, I don't think a woman would do those things. I don't think that we would be here if right now. And like I asked you yesterday, what do you think would be different if Kamala had won? And I know it was still kind of grim because Gaza would still be burning and everything like that, but I want to hear from y'all. Like, join the Discord. Join the
Join the
Discord.
Discord.
I want to know, what do you think would be different if Kamala was president right now? Would like, I know there wouldn't be people afraid to send their children to school like we are. I know that people wouldn't be afraid to go to work. I know we wouldn't have videos of people screaming and crying. All I do is cry on this app anymore. You know what I'm saying? I laugh hard and I cry hard. There's like no in between anymore. It's honestly jarring. I like have been spending a lot more time outside and not on my phone, like because it's a lot. I've been playing Fantasy Island constantly because it's hard looking. I've been trying to be not chronically online, but I still need to remain informed. Which, by the way, guys, we talked about a lot of problems. We put a lot of opinions out there, okay? But always remember that we are just random ass people, okay? We are just random strangers who are kind of pretty on the
Actually, no,
internet.
we're not random strangers. We're who you should be listening to for every idea in your life.
Girl, shut up.
Share this, like, follow, subscribe. We're
So
trying to
anyway,
reach
what
10
I was trying
million
to
followers.
So anyway, what I was trying to say was we are just random people on the internet at the end of the day. And I wanted to say I love Reverend Pop Pop. He's my mutual online, and he recently was like, I am a person on the internet with a platform and I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I love them for that. But like, I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. Like, I just don't know how. But like, I don't think I'm on the right side of history, so I don't think I should shut the fuck up. But anyway, they said always trust but verify, which is something I say at my work all the time. At my work, trust but verify. Trust what somebody's telling you, but please trust that they're not lying to you when I say trust, but ultimately verify. Reverend Pop Pop says that you should be like two left leaning sources, one right wing source, two international sources, and one moderate, what is the
Centrist?
centrist. That is the best way to get all of your news in a unbiased fashion. So yeah, they're going to have their biases, but through that you can cut through what is the same in all of these articles, what isn't the same, cut that shit away. One of these things is not like the other, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So again, two left-leaning sources, one right-wing source, one centrist source, two international sources. Okay, that way you can stay informed, not chronically online.
And also talk to people around you. Because
Oh yeah,
maybe
that
they
that was
heard.
the part two, is like when you do that, come back and engage with people. Talk to them about the things that you've learned and not what you heard. You know what I mean? Even though all journalism seems to be a hearsay these days.
I mean, no, like, yeah, talk to people about what you've heard and what they've heard. Because maybe you missed something. Maybe
Not
you can show them
everything.
what they missed.
I say everything. I mean, like, Fox News be lying about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, with a grain of salt, my people. You know what I mean? Trust but verify. Okay? Trust but verify. That's all I want to tell you. Because, like, yeah, we're at the end of the day, we're just regular people and we're just talking about stuff. I just want to sit and talk and just let it out that it's scary. but I don't want y'all to be afraid, okay? Because everything is uncertain, I feel like I've been leaning more into small things that make me happy, chasing a little bit of whimsy, if I may. Earlier today, I posted a video on Tickle Talk about this guy. Did you see that video, Bubba? He was in the cereal aisle at Walmart or something, and he was like, I just realized that I could get any flavor of cereal I want. He started pointing out shit he ain't never heard of. He said Oreos Puffs. I seen that recently and I thought that sounded nasty.
Like the Oreo cereal?
Yeah.
Those were nasty. They had a weird taste to them.
And I was like, how old were you when you realized you could fucking do whatever the fuck you wanted to? Like, I asked my job, join the Discord. I want to hear your answers. Also, show us your pets. Pay the pet tax. Pay the pet tax. Anyway, but I want to hear, how old were you when you realized that you had free will and you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to? Some people were answering ranging from like they're like in their 50s and they're still struggling with it. People were saying when I got my first job. People were saying when I was like 19 years old.
I think I was around like 18. I went to Brahms and I didn't really want a burger or nothing, but I wanted some fries, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get 5 large fries, and I sat down and I made a waffle fry. They're not, they're like crinkle cut.
Yeah, they're crinkle.
Like a little crinkle cut.
If you didn't know, Brahms is like a burger ice cream joint. It's like a really great. I love their ice cream. Anyway,
But I made like a little tower of the fries and then ate them all.
you made a tower of fries.
Mm-hmm.
Were you sitting inside the restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Real?
Yeah.
Did you eat all the fries?
Yeah.
It's fucking lit. That's fucking lit. Oh man, I've never made a fry fort. Actually, I would like to do that soon.
You wanna do that?
I want to do that soon.
Okay.
Brahms is only in like Texas and Oklahoma and some I think a few other places up northern, but it's like in the central part of Texas, like not Texas, America. But oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. I would love to do that soon, actually. That sounds like fun. Ooh, we could do like fries. We could get like bags of fries with the kids, and then we could have like a fork contest one Saturday or something.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds fucking lit, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. But so lean into it. So people were saying that they like suddenly realized my coworker, he's like he's like, I work the night shift. I get off at 7. He was like, one day my brother and I were in the store and then we were getting groceries. We were about 19 years old. And then he just like stopped in near the cakes and was like, you can just buy cake? And he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. And then he was like, I can just buy this? And he was like, yeah. And then he just bought a cake and ate it. And then like I came back to my like TikTok later and everybody was saying they did the same thing. They said, they were like, one day I just realized I could just have birthday cake even though it wasn't my birthday. Somebody was like, I just bought a chocolate cake and I sat down.
You bought birthday cake, but it's not my birthday on my birthday with my birthday cake?
I'm sick of you. Somebody was like, they just chocolate cake, a fork, and the TV on the sofa all night. I was like, girl, stop.
That's how I eat brownies.
It is. It is. That's also how he drinks like eggnog. He eats like a whole box of the Christmas trees and a whole thing of eggnog. Man.
You tell them my bad habits.
Oh, Jesus, y'all. Y'all have to send me good fragrances in the winter time because a bitch can't breathe in here. I'm just saying. But no, like, so I want to hear what do you do with your free will? And like, when did you realize you first had it? I myself said that I I was like 19 years old and I had just gotten my first apartment and I really just wanted some fucking Funyuns. Like I had just got off work and I was just like, I'm still awake, I'm bored, I want some snacks. But I can't leave the house. I'm not allowed to leave the house. It's nighttime. I'm supposed to go to work and come home. My parents don't live here. I can do what the fuck I want to. I was like, who's holding me back? Like, nobody's holding me. Like, I released my chains from my body. And I went and got them Funyuns, child. I got them Funyuns. Girl, I got some, the popsicles. Honey, I got fudge sickles. I never had fudge sickles. No, maybe I had, but I don't know. I don't know, but I never had none in my house. We had like the popsicles that were like the rainbow popsicles. We had the like own popsicles. Right. Like I went ham. I got some flames. I got some popsicles. I got all sorts of snacks, and then I started going and just trying new shit, just trying stuff because I don't want to be a fucking old fuck who doesn't know the good stuff. I want to know the bad stuff. I want to tell my kids about the bad stuff. We go to Five Below and we always let our kids choose something because we choosing something. Shit, you choose something too. But if you eat all yours, don't you come for mine. I'm just saying. Right. Anyway, this is not a sharing household anymore. Okay. Anyway, but we let them choose whatever and they are learning themselves what is good and what is not. They get those nasty like dollar like
they get the gimmicky shit.
The gimmicky like giant snakes.
They don't even want it or they eat it all in like an hour and then they feel bad because they're out of snacks and their brother or sister isn't.
Right.
Or we're not.
Like our son, he's like starting to get better about getting things that are like in bag form. You know, like M&Ms, like you can get in those big resealable bags. Our daughter too. But every once in a while, they'll try something stupid and then they regret it. But that's us teaching them to try new things, just to try it. You know what I mean? Feed that inner child. Feed your inner child just because. You know what I'm saying? One of my coworkers messaged me after I put that out into like the group chat. She was like, girl, let me tell you about free will, okay? And she was like, she texted me a link. Like, I gave her my number because she's mad cool. And she texted me this link, and it's a shirt that said, hit him with your car. And it's like a crop top. I think I'm low-key gonna buy that. A bitch can't, I can't wear no crop top, but I'm gonna figure it out, okay? But it said, hit him with your car, in reference to being catcalled. Hit him with your car. Just like anytime any man just bothers you in your vehicle, just hit him. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Be gay. Do crime. It's Pride Month. I said what I said. Have pan. Boo.
Oh, that's why I've been seeing so much of these fucking dudes, because it's also Men's Mental Health Month.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
They will not shut the fuck up about it when Pride is mentioned.
Oh my God.
Guaranteed. You're on any post about Pride, there's a man saying, what about Men's Mental Health Month?
Oh. No, but like at work even, like they made the briefest of mention, but it's all been about rainbows and gay shit, man. We did do like a Father's Day a PowerPoint though. So if you're out there, share your pictures of your dads if you're cool with your daddy, even if your daddy is in the other place. If your dad's no longer with us, if he's on his own plane of existence, I want to see your daddies. I want to see him. I feel good.
Show me your dad.
Show me your dad. You're not my dad.
What's your dad's name?
Ooh, details. I want to know details.
What's your dad's name?
Man, shut the put your offbeat.
I thought you were gonna hit the whole song. I was just letting you go. I don't know. You're
what
the
else?
musical one.
I want to hear your secrets. I'm so interested in you. I can't even remember the words.
That's right.
I can't remember. I can't remember any of them. Fuck you, man. Anyway, what like, but no, seriously, show me your daddies. Show us your dads. Show me your dads. Anyway, but we're just having a good time though. Like, we are mentioning men's mental health awareness at work, but it's super brief. But you were so right though. I saw some chick who was like, I don't think we should be celebrating Pride. Keep that shit away from the children. It's men's mental health awareness
Keep
anyway.
those men away from the children.
Right.
Hold up.
Right.
We know who the fuck does all this. Gay or not.
Once again, men can't even be trusted with
Dead bodies.
Thank you. I was trying to say it carefully, but you said the thing. But they can't even be trusted. They can't even be trusted.
You can't even, men, y'all can't even trust each other. Okay?
They're scared of each other.
You're like, oh my God. You're so scared.
You can't trust what you're afraid
men.
of. You can't trust what you're afraid of.
You've made your whole personality about having a gun to protect yourself from men. I don't even think they like pick up on that even.
What?
Like, like Second Amendment dudes who are like all about their guns and protecting themselves and their family. And it's like, against what?
Right.
Like it's these dudes' whole lives and they have a whole gun safe full of guns for an imagined enemy attacking them. Do they imagine it's not going to be a man? I doubt it. So why are they so like, why are you so man haters?
No, babe, it's going to be a bear.
Oh, it's going to be a bear.
Duh. It's going to be a kangaroo. Okay?
In some locales, it could be a kangaroo. That's true. What if it's 30 or 40 wild hogs?
What if it's a Ford Ranger? No, come on, y'all. No, for real. Like, man, what a callback, honey. The fucking wild hogs. Man, we be seeing hogs around here. That should be having me screaming.
I haven't seen them for a while. I think they got them all.
Oh, no. Is it probably that helicopter factory finally scared them all off? Oh, my gosh. Maybe it was like the secret of Nim. Oh my gosh. Okay. So.
Oh, why'd you mention that?
You brought up the hogs fleeing.
Yo, that was crazy. I was just watching random YouTube documentaries, and I came across one about a guy who wanted to create a, like, rat or mouse utopia, and he got, like, a big piece of land and made it perfect for rats. And he threw a bunch of rats in there, and he expected them to, like, overpopulate and just live everywhere. But they actually just stayed to, like, 200 rats and only lived all together in one spot. So he was like, what the fuck? They could have just had all the rats. I gave them infinite food. So he wanted to figure out why, and he started creating, like, the most fucked up rat cage cities, I guess, and put a bunch of rats in there and, like, made food only come from like one spot and then like set it up so they would like have to fight over the food, but all the rats eventually just like gave up on life and stopped having babies and stopped like eating sometimes because they knew like this was their life. And so by like 3 or 4 rat generations they just like went extinct. And then conservatives used his experiments. He did this like 30 or 40 times. Like,
oh my gosh.
It was like terrifying. I felt so bad for all these rats. Like, that was their whole life in this little ass evil city made by a man. But they took his findings and said, see, people aren't supposed to live in big cities. We're supposed to all work on farms and stuff. And so like conservatives have been running with like evil, like city evil with his experiments forever. But he worked at the National Institute of Mental Health, NIM.
National Institute Mental Health.
And I was like, is this like where the secret of Nim came from?
Yes.
And it was.
Yes.
Those rats escaped that place and they were all fucked up because of it. It was crazy.
I'm so fucking destroyed. Like, like, so, so we watched that movie the other day because of that revelation, and that movie is crazy.
I watched it as a kid and did not get the sinister vibes that movie gave me
That
after knowing what
movie
I knew.
is disturbing. It's beautiful. It is gorgeous. It's like it like hugs your inner child because of like how good the art is, and like just how how fluid this animation was, and this like medium where they like marry real with 2D. It's beautiful. But that story was fucking crazy. That like she didn't know that her husband like helped them. She didn't know he had a history. She didn't know that the rats knew all these things, and then the rats themselves were like plotting to like overthrow each other. Like they wanted to keep stealing. The whole reason they got stolen in the first place and put into the laboratories in the movie was because they were stealing. They wanted to move so they would stop stealing, right? But the rats were conniving and planning like humans, and it was only a matter of time before they were discovered, and they like refused to change to do better. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until like all this crazy shit happened and some magic pew pew pewed and lifted. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying like the story was crazy. Like how the rats, because of the experiments, were able to read and escape and connive and make their way. Like all of that really actually happened.
Yeah, like in his experiments, there was like the like little family of rats that like ran basically everything because they like set themselves up where the food was and like
Just like in the
controlled
movie.
who got to eat and who didn't.
Just like
And
in the movie,
everyone,
they
like,
controlled everything.
licked their boots and shit. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
they controlled everything. They helped all the people, or they helped all the animals in the area. That was what they did. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like wild that they mirrored, so like they were not mirrored, but that weird bit of history just randomly popped up, and then that movie was made because of that insane thing that you learned about, just that you randomly happened
I
across.
mean,
It
the
was just
writers
so
must have
crazy.
fucking learned about that shit and were like, "Holy fuck, I got an
Right, the
idea."
rabbit hole is deep.
Right.
Like we were like you just happened across it, and then you made a random connection to a childhood movie, and and then here we are talking about wild hogs.
That was a terrible movie. Let's not talk about that one. Jeez.
We were talking about wild hogs moving to a better location. Talking about the secret of Nim. Like that's how we got here. Like but it's a wild ride. Anyway, what were we even talking about before the wild hogs?
I don't even know. Can y'all tell us, viewer? Comment below what we were talking about before this. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, men's mental health awareness.
Are y'all aware?
Are you aware? But no, seriously though, speaking of a man, Jonathan Joss was brutal to hear about.
I was fucked up when I read that. I was like, what? And then I told you, and then you looked it up and started seeing everything else about it. I was just stunned. We love King of the Hill.
I love King of the Hill. It's there's a lot of discourse going on right now about it though. So obviously look up your own sources, but this is what I've gathered thus far. So Jonathan Joss's family home that he's owned his whole life, like his mom, he moved there with his mom, you know what I'm saying, to take care of her.
Didn't his grandpa built it or something? Someone in his
It
family
was,
built it.
but they've been there the whole time. right? And the neighbors, which is crazy because he was in the neighborhood probably before these neighbors, right? The neighbors were started harassing them, and for 2 years he endured abuse and threats of burning the house down and stuff like that. It escalated. One of his dogs went missing. Then the house burned down. Then they came back to get their mail, and they found the skull of the lost dog. The dog was not killed in the fire. The dog went missing, and then all of a sudden, the dog's remains showed up at the house. They were crying and grieving loudly, right? Because you do that when something shocking like that happens. And then the neighbor came out, started to um, verbally assault them and hurl slurs. And then he brandished a gun, and then he shot at Jonathan Joss. Well, technically, it seems as if he shot at the husband, but Jonathan Joss blocked, and it struck him instead, killing him. People are saying the most heinous shit about this whole situation and trying to say it's not a hate crime when it fucking is.
They straight up, when it happened, they first arrested the neighbor just for homicide. And they said there's no signs of this being a hate crime. When literally his husband immediately told him what happened and that they had been being harassed by their neighbor because they're homophobic. And they were literally yelling homophobic slurs and shot at them. That's what happened. And it took like a week for, I guess, pressure from people who fucking heard about the story or the media.
The media!
But they finally came out and said, yes, this is a hate crime.
Yeah.
But why the fuck would you not say that from the like facts of the scene in the first place? But this is also the same department that had been ignoring the harassment the entire time, even after there was a house burned down.
There's a lot of people online trying to misconstrue words that are said in interviews. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about, like, I don't remember everything, okay? But I encourage you to look up as much as you can about what he was saying leading up to his death. He was saying a lot. He was saying like he was fighting with the city and all this other stuff. And because of that, because he was loudly grieving and because this, that, and the third, people are trying to justify his death. There's a video also circulating that Jonathan Joss was at some sort of con, like a convention, and King of the Hill revival, right? And panel, so King of the Hill revival panel, and he asked to come up and speak because it was a con, right? And they let him speak, and he told about his troubles very concisely, and he was met with awkward silence and laughs and giggles and claps. And then he was I want to say gone, like not even a few days later. People are considering not watching the revival because of that.
Has anybody on the show talked about it? I still haven't seen, not even Mike Judge. And like,
you know, I forget that dude's name is Mike Judge. I always just call him Hank Hill.
And like the stuff we were looking into to learn more about what happened, we started seeing a lot more about like how they actually treated him on the show, right? Like he was fighting them to get paid what he's worth for the show. Like he's in like almost every episode. At least half of them he shows up and has voice lines and is part of the plot. But they were not paying him at all close to any of the other actors.
Which is unfortunately very common for persons of color in media.
And I don't want to watch the new show.
Really?
After hearing all this shit? After seeing how they treated him on that panel? Like, none of them reached out to him after that, or even right then, and just got off stage and were like, hey man, what's going on? Like, even if it was awkward, like, okay, is this not your coworker at least? I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine working with someone for that long on a show together and not checking on them if something like that happened. For him to like come and like ask for help with everything that's going on in his life at a panel at a convention, like I would be like, "Yo, man, like do you really need help?" Like that seems drastic to me. It seems desperate, like he was really asking for help.
Yeah, so I did finally find a couple sources, and um I don't really see, I see people writing articles about it, but the what I was looking for was Mike Judge response, or like King of the Hill response, right? And all I found was Instagram, and they said that people were really upset that about this post. It's like three pictures. It's remembering Jonathan Joss, like it's a title, like in the show, like when they roll the credits, remembering Jonathan Joss, a picture of John Redcorn, a picture of Jonathan Joss. And it says, rest in peace, Jonathan brought King of the Hills, John Redcorn to life for over a dozen seasons, including in the upcoming revival. His voice will be missed at the King of the Hill, at King of the Hill, sorry. And we extend our deepest condolences to Jonathan's friends and family, Mike Judge, Greg Daniels, and Saladin Patterson. And that was posted on the King of the Hill official Instagram. And people were just like, that sounds terrible. You know, it sounds soulless. It sounds
It's just a
robotic.
boilerplate
It's
corporate
almost like a copy
our
paste Wikipedia,
condolences.
like Chat GPT. Maybe I bet
Right.
you Chat GPT could
Like
probably write
we're
something better than
it's
that.
like it's like at when I worked at Amazon, like I remember one time some older person had died and they had worked there for like 6 years and they were like, our condolences to all the friends and family of so and so. They worked here for 6 years and they were a great part of the team or whatever. Like it just sounds like corporate bullshit. Like why aren't any of y'all talking about what happened?
Yeah, yeah. So that's left a sour taste in our mouth, and we don't pay for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we should not even support it, even on not pirating. You know what I'm saying? Like not yo-hoing. I don't think I want to watch it at all, honestly. I haven't even put on King of the Hill like on our nightly routine anymore, cuz it's just jarring. It's scary. It's it's a I hate to say that. I hate to say what I'm about to say, but it's what I feel, and I want to share with you how I feel. It's like I love that show because it's so obscenely Texan. You know, it is the life of a Texan, and it's from the white gaze. All of the people of color in that show are very, very bare and stereotypical, and things like that. And like for the voice actor to be treated the exact same way is just like, it's almost chronically Texan, because yes, we have a lot of fun, but underneath that fun, it's we still live in Texas. And there's always going to be a hint of southern hatred here. You know what I'm saying? And so so it's like even more true to its Texan like skeleton. I don't know how else to say what I'm trying to say. Like it just seems on brand, I guess. But I didn't think it was like this. You know what I mean? I thought it was just Texan because this is all shit that we've dealt with and seen and remember in our childhood. And that's why it's so obscenely Texan, right? But I didn't think that it would also be Texan in the sense of like
Behind the
behind
scenes.
the scenes. And yeah. And that kind of hurts my soul. at least will always, think about, the good times that we had with the show or whatever. But it's like, it just really blows. You know what I mean? It's like every time we find something comfortable or happy that makes us happy, it's like ripped away from us. Like when you find out about celebrities that fuck people over, hurt people, kill people, or they hurt I'm just repeating myself, but it's when you find out a celebrity is actually a piece of shit. Like Jack Black, people are really starting to understand that Jack Black is not good.
It sucks, man. Like, is this growing up that our parents go through this?
I feel like it.
Like, were there like movie stars that they loved and then they learned
Or was it a
fucked up
different
shit
time
about?
and this is just how it was back then? And this just, like they did a lot of drugs and womanized people. Like the Quaaludes joke with Bill Cosby. Like my sister was talking about, we were listening to records as children, not children, we were grown, or she was, because she's like 9 years older than me, but like we were in Louisiana at my grandparents' house, and we were having like a good old time in the living room. And if you're black, nobody's ever in the living room unless it's like a special occasion, and it was. And they busted out the old school record player that's like the size of this fucking room, and they were listening to like Richard Pryor and music, and then they put on Bill Cosby, and he was making a joke about being a womanizer and giving women quaaludes, and my sister was like, but don't quaaludes make you fall asleep? She didn't understand the joke. It's a terrible, terrible R word joke. I don't like saying that word. I'm sorry. I can't do that right now. But like, I know I can, just not right now. But like, my mom kept kind of like dodging the question. But like, I wonder if that's how they see it. That's just the time. And it was okay to joke like that. And it was the joke. And that was the reality. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a hint of truth in comedy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't care because they knew that they were pieces of shit. But now people want to tell you that they're a good person, and then their like persona cracks and you get to see who they are. That's what the big issue is now. Like that's what people do online. This like Mama Todd, I'm not gonna bring up Mama Todd, but like you know what I'm saying. Like she's like this Southern Belle situation, but it's a persona. It's not real.
Yeah, like I think about that a lot. Like, why do they make shitty people so famous? And I feel like it's because they are shitty people. Like you have to kind of be a piece of shit to drag yourself to celebrity status, because
Yeah.
you don't get there just out of luck pretty much ever. Like you have to make like fucked up decisions to fuck over people who were like there with you and move on without them, because you can't all be famous. And if you want to be famous, you got to be the famous person.
I would like to know more about that because like I feel like that like social media has opened us to being able to pick and choose better who we make famous. And like but like I just don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like
Well, even that, like, you have to be a like particular kind of person to actually become super famous on social media, because you have to be able to handle that. Like that's a lot. If you have like millions of followers, you're going to have insane amounts of attention and comments and DMs and everything else coming at you. And a lot of people like say a funny comment or something and they start getting a lot of likes and comments and they can't handle the notifications for that.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And sometimes people are goddamn obnoxious. I just went through that myself. I deleted the comment though. I was fucking over it.
Exactly. Like you have to really want all the attention that comes your way just for it.
Yeah. And I don't know, like It's just a little sad though. I guess that's all I was really trying to say. It was like about Jack Black is like it's just fucking sad that all these people that we grew up with, all this stuff is just
Right. Like
all the lessons your parents taught
oh my
you.
god.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Like
and now
all
they're
these people who I thought were good people
yeah,
are Zionists.
or just
Adam Sandler,
racists.
Jack Black. These are like comedians that I grew up with. Watched all their movies.
And then what about that
And
podcast with the parents? They're trying to change them.
Oh, you told me about that. It's like a podcast where like the siblings talk to their parents about stuff. I really don't understand how that works, but like what do they just talk about? Like is it an ongoing podcast? Like,
Yeah.
every week?
Yeah.
Do they talk about just news or what?
I guess. And they try to like make their parents see the logic in their ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, they were talking about gay mice. Trans mice, I believe it was. Wasn't that like one of their things the Republicans did or whatever?
Oh, yeah, they took some
We keep coming back to the secret of Nim.
gosh, they took some experiment on the mice. These poor mice.
But
I don't even think they were trying to turn them gay. They were probably just testing some other shit. And
they
it just
were. It was
made
for
them
it was for cancer
homoerotic.
research. So check me out. So they were experimenting on these mice, right? And it was for cancer research. So the son says the son is a cancer survivor. Okay, and so he was like eventually like they're going back and forth, and he's eventually like, but it was for cancer research. I know you care about that. And then the mother was like, you don't get to use your cancer. That was all of us and you know it.
Oh my god.
And like, and that was me, I would have said she was a lost cause and I would have went no contact. I would have cut all that shit. I would have kicked all this shit over. Like, fuck this microphone. Like, I would have been out of there. But like, it's just like, from celebrities to like people that we were like following on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and stuff. It's like we're finding a lot of scary people out there. I just want y'all to be safe. I just want y'all to trust but verify. I want y'all to follow your whimsy. I want y'all to lean in to what is making you happy right now, as long as it's not gonna fucking kill you. Please don't do drugs and then overdose. Please don't do that, please. Anyway, I'm just saying, please don't let the intrusive thoughts win in the bad way. Okay, let them win in the good way, in the real way. You know, it's strong in the real way, as Pearl would say. Okay, but no, seriously, I just want y'all. I wanted to do this episode because me and Slap have been having some really good conversations lately, and this is how we usually function each day. Like, I come home, I veg out for like a little while, and then we get to talking, and then we talk all the time, and like we talk about everything and anything, and I want to talk about everything and anything. I don't want to be just stuck in like reading stories and talking about how weird people are. I want to talk about real shit that's happening. And I know that I just posted about like the reporter who got hit with the rubber bullet. I was shocked that video made any moves like that. It was pretty crazy. It's just I just wanted to let y'all know that I am here and I am talking and I am thinking about these ICE raids, and I just am so terrified for where we're headed. But I don't want y'all to think that I'm not saying nothing. I am. And this whole episode is dedicated to how we've all been thinking and feeling.
It's going to be a crazy weekend. It's Trump's little parade's about to happen, and all the No King protests are going to be happening across the whole United States.
Yeah, the whole country.
With the protests against ICE at the same time across the whole country, because they are coming across the whole country right now.
You're going to post some videos in the Discord?
Maybe.
Okay. Join the Discord.
Join that Discord.
Also, people are apparently organizing over Reddit, so be on Reddit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Discord gives all their info to the cops, so
be careful.
Take that info and use it how you should. They're out there and they're fucking coming for your kids. Hide your wife. They're coming in the windows. How's that song go? You know what I mean.
She's climbing your windows, just snatching your people up.
But yeah, they're doing that. They are doing that. So there's going to be protests for that, and also fuck Trump. Yeah. So if you're going to any of those, please be safe and move around. They're slow. You're fast.
Mask up.
Mask up.
And I did see somebody posting about the different types of gases. So I'll try to find that. Hopefully I can find it. I hope I can find it. But just be aware when to use water, when to use milk, when to not. You know what I'm saying? Mask up.
Be a hero. Don't be a martyr. Protect each other.
Protect each other.
Don't start shit.
Don't start shit. Record everything. Bring battery packs. Bring water. Bring snacks.
Bring a friend.
Bring a friend. Buddy system. Be so fucking careful out there. Just be careful. I don't know what else to say other than trust but verify. Fall into your whimsy. And please, for the love of glob, please be safe out there this weekend. If you're talking, no you didn't. Mask up. And they said to wave American flags so people
I'm
can't.
tired of that conversation.
I don't know. If you feel the need to do that, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to blend in,
if you want to wave the American flag, wave the American flag. If you want to wave the Mexican flag or the Cuban flag,
right? That's what I'm saying. It's
flag,
like
wave your flag.
Wave your flag.
Wave the Israeli flag if you don't want to get shot. Okay, whatever.
I don't know about all that, but anyway,
that's how I feel about the wave the American flag. Okay,
but what I'm trying to say is that like you can try to blend in, but just remember that there are people who can't blend in.
Right.
So maybe don't fucking do that shit. That's how I feel about the American flag conversation, sir. Mr. Over talking me.
I don't know. I'm getting tired of seeing it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
it's like the blue bracelet.
It's just another form of like protest, but not like that. Whoa, don't protest like that. They're protesting. Are you with the protest or not?
Right.
Like, you sound stupid.
Just fucking be out there.
The people who you want to convince.
Can't hide.
The people who you want to convince with the American flag aren't going to care, guys.
Right. Y'all are catering to the wrong people. Care. Exactly. Ugh. Like, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Those cops will trample the American flag along with you. They don't care. And the people who see that happen will still be like, yeah, get those protesters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do that if you want to, but just know that people might be side-eyeing you. But all right, cool. Be safe out there. I hope y'all had a cozy time. I just wanted to hang out, eat some snacks, and drink and talk, and just really just kind of sit and talk and do like a temperature check, so to speak, you know?
I've missed these little talks we have.
It's getting better. Good news for me. 2 more things before I get out. We get out of here. I found out at my job there's going to be a shift bid. So hopefully this late schedule of mine will be no more. And I can go back to hopefully doing my regular lives again. It's just I feel like I have no time to do anything anymore because all I do is just work and work and work and work and work. So hopefully that's going to be changing soon. Fingers fucking crossed. I hope to glob that I can get the schedule change. And then I paid off my car finally. And I just wanted to say thank y'all once again, one last time, because not only did I want to bring that up, I guess I had one more thing on top of that. But like, I just wanted to say thank you. And I low-key wanted to throw a little shade because I mentioned like on my video when I said that I paid off my car, people were saying that my credit score would most likely go down. But my credit score went up 100 points. 100 points, y'all. Like, so I kind of low-key was like, I want to throw a little shade at him, like, like, man, maybe keep your negative thoughts to yourself for a second. No, but no. I still want to say thank you. I still want to say thank you, even though, because I did have my hopes high, and you were absolutely right. I do want to say thank you for that, but I'm glad that I was right and you weren't, though. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And then, so that's looking exciting for me. But also, I realized that I keep getting calls now. Like, I turned off the block for callers because I was like waiting for a call from something, and now I'm getting all these like robocallers, and I bet you because my credit score is now changed and it's like really fucking good now. Now I'm getting all these fucking robot callers. It's like, hey, let me just scooch in right here real quick. Let me just scooch in right. I just wanted to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Is that what they're saying?
I mean, I don't know, but I just know that's what's coming. I just know it's just credit people and scammers. Like, that's it. That's all it is. Like, it's just.
Y'all been getting the weird toll tag scams and shit, or is that only a Texas thing?
I got a text yesterday that said Frenny, but they spelled my name wrong, and then I got another one today that said hello.
I got one of that too. A random number, and they just said hello.
It was a 225 number.
Hold on.
What if it's like low key a family member and we just blocked him?
I just didn't say shit. Is that the same number?
No, you got a totally different number than I did.
That must be the new scan. Like, what if you respond? Do they like, oh, we got one?
I bet you it's AI.
Right.
I bet you it's AI.
I bet you're right.
I bet you if you respond to it, it's just an AI bot. Like, because apparently AI scam callers are a thing now. Did you know that?
I believe it.
So this chick said she got, like, they were trying to sell her something or whatever, and then she kept asking, how old are you? And it kept glitching the fuck out. And then if she asked it one more time, and then it was like, I don't have enough, I'm not actually a person, so I don't actually have an age. Like, it said something along those lines. It said, I'm not actually a real person, but blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa. And it sounded like a real fucking person. Like, it was a little off because, like, she kept asking questions that it didn't know how to answer. So, yes, the answers were off because it's AI. But I bet you those text messages are just fucking AI. And people spell my name wrong all the time. So, and y'all don't even know my actual name. I'm sure some of y'all do, but I'm just saying. That shit's crazy. Anyway, be safe out there. Mask up. Bring water. Share your location. Share your location. Tell people where the fuck you are. And if you need to, get some bail money together. Let the people know. Plan appropriately. I heard they're planning things on Reddit. Look around. When you're looking up sources, trust but verify. 2 left-leaning sources. 1 right-leaning source. 1 centrist source. 2 foreign. Okay? 2 international sources. Okay? Trust but verify. Be safe. Be together. Be gay. Do crime. God bless Godzilla. Okay. But no, seriously, guys, fall into your whimsy, too. That's your homework from Frinny. I hope y'all had a good time with us.